I just recently went to one of the big box stores, and when I got there, I was pleasantly surprised by the number of hand saws that were available. So I thought, why not pick up every single one of these saws and see what the features are that make each saw unique. And I think you might be quite surprised at how affordable these saws are, especially for the unique features that each one has. So join me today as we take a deep dive into 6 incredible multifunctional hand saws that are available at your big box store. So I don't know if it's just because I've never looked or I'm just an idiot. Probably the latter, but I was completely shocked by the number of hand saws that are available at Lowe's. Not only was I shocked by the number of saws they had, but I was also pleasantly surprised that many of these saws were made by the brand Cobalt. And if you've had any experience with Cobalt, you'll know that the prices are very reasonable and the quality seems to be there. But what about for hand saws? Well, that's exactly what I intend to find out today. And for this video, I picked up 5 of these saws made by Cobalt, as well as one saw that I saw made by Project Source. So let's not waste any more time and dive into our first saw that might be perfect for that handsaw addict. This is the Cobalt 10-inch dual-edge pull saw. Let's give it a look. You know, we just recently discovered Grandpa's addicted to Viagra. No one's taking it harder than Grandma. So this is absolutely the saw that instigated this entire video, as when you look at it, it doesn't really look like a saw. And that's because this saw functions very similarly to a Japanese pull saw, however it's completely collapsible. So let's quickly get this thing out of its packaging so that we can take a closer look. I will have to say I don't really like the way this saw is packaged, as it's got a sticker on both sides of the blade that leaves a sticky film. However, I suppose this film will be removed once the saw is used. If we take a closer look at this saw, you can see it has 2 configurations, both a closed configuration as well as an open configuration. Which is nice that it has these 2 configurations, as it allows you to carry a larger saw like this without having a big footprint, as it shrinks the total length of this saw at over 23 inches to just over 13th once it's all collapsed. Let's take a look at how this saw converts from collapsed to fully extended, and it has everything to do with this little metal latch that's on the very bottom of the handle. Once that latch is unhooked, we can take a look at the pivot point, which is where you're going to find a gear system. As you open up this saw, those gears are going to ensure that that blade is perfectly positioned directly in the center of the saw. And as those handles are open, you can place that metal latch directly into the center of the handle and pull out on this blue plastic latch that will hold the saw together. With the saw now extended, let's take a look at the handle. As you can see, this is a pretty extensive handle, being about 10 inches long, and it's got a soft rubber grip, giving you a lot more control. But obviously, you're probably more concerned about the blade. Let's take a closer look at that, even though it's still gummed up from those stickers. This is obviously a pull saw, which means that the teeth are facing towards you and the cut will be made as you pull the saw towards your body. And just like that handle, the length of this blade is about 10 inches long, which is just about the perfect size. Now, just like many Japanese pull saws, you're going to get 2 sides to this blade, one for a coarser cut and one for a finer cut. While the coarse cut has 7 to 12 teeth per inch and the fine cut has 17 teeth per inch. And since the blade is very flexible and super thin, you can use this saw in a variety of different functions, making it perfect for doing things like cross cuts or even flush trimming dowels that you placed in your project. And having this type of flexibility while still being able to fold this saw down into a nice little compact package makes this a great pickup from Cobalt. Let's dive into the next handsaw I picked up for the handsaw addict that I once again picked up from Cobalt. This is the Cobalt 10-inch fine finish pull saw. Let's give it a look. Drinking non-alcoholic beer is a lot like using a vibrator without the batteries in it. It'll fill you up without the buzz. So unfortunately, this isn't a collapsible saw, however it does have some unique features that I think are valuable for a shop. Let's pull this bad boy out of its packaging so that we can dive into some of its unique features. Now there's 2 things that really stood out to me about this saw, and the first thing has everything to do with the handle. Not only does this handle have an extremely comfortable rubber grip on it, but it also has a very unique shape. It's this curvature of the handle that's just going to give you a little bit more control of the saw when you go to make your cuts. But let's talk about what may be the most important thing with this saw, and that is the blade. Now although not a big deal, it does indeed come with a blade cover, which is something that I like to keep to protect that blade when the saw is not in use. With that blade guard removed, let's take a closer look at the teeth of the saw, as this has got some ultra fine teeth. And if we really take a closer look at those teeth, these teeth are triple ground teeth, which gives you 3 cutting surface, just allowing you to cut that much more quickly. This saw has got 19 teeth per inch, which is just going to give you an ultra fine cut and leave you with a very clean finish. And with its blade being incredibly thin at a 64th of an inch, you could even do some detailed joinery work with this saw. And the blade is fully supported, and that's because it has a spine on the very back of the saw. It's this spine that's going to prevent the bowing and bending of the saw when you go to make your cuts, so that you can have that much more control and cut right on your line. So if you're looking for ergonomics, control, and support, this Cobalt 10-inch pull saw may be the perfect option for you. But we're just scratching the surface with these saws for the handsaw addict. Let's move on to our next one. This is the Cobalt 3-in-1 multi-use saw. Let's give it a look.
I go to a plastic surgery addict support group weekly. Every week I see a lot of new faces in there.
So I'm a sucker when it comes to multi-tools, especially when all the functions work well, so I'm super excited to dive into this tool. The interesting thing about this tool, if we look at the packaging, is it comes with one handle along with 3 different saw blades. So I'm super excited to see how this thing actually works. So let's tear into the packaging so that we can take a closer look. So let's first take a look at the 3 saw blades that you're going to get with this saw, including a reciprocating saw blade, a hacksaw blade, as well as a flush trim saw blade. Now all of these saw blades have different ends to them, but they have to be able to attach to that handle. Let's take a closer look at how that works. To understand how this works, we need to take a closer look at the handle. One of the first things you'll notice with this handle is it does have this little silver knob right on the very center of it. It's this knob that applies pressure to a small plate that's located in the very center of the handle. On that plate, you're going to notice a little diagram telling you which direction you need to place the teeth of your saw blade. Simply slide any one of those 3 blades in between the handle and that plate and then tighten it into place with that silver knob. And that silver knob can either be hand tightened or even used with a screwdriver to give you an extremely secure hold. And once in place, that blade isn't going anywhere as it's very securely held into place. And it's this type of flexibility that really makes this saw an interesting saw to use. Let's take a closer look at the 3 types of blades that you can use with this saw. Now obviously this saw comes with 3 blades standard in the package, but since 2 of the saw blades are extremely easy to find at any hardware store, you can replace those blades with any other brand. Ensuring that you always have a sharp blade and the appropriate blade not only for your hacksaw blade but also your reciprocating saw blade. But it may be a little bit more difficult to find the 3rd and final blade, which is the flush trim saw. But Lowe's does have these blades available online, and frankly this blade should last you a heck of a lot longer than some of those other blades. And the fact that you can use this tiny little tool to cut through metal, plastic, and even wood all in one small little item makes this a great pickup from Cobalt. The next saw we're taking a look at is one that once again has multiple functions. Let's give it a look. Before we do that, however, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, and share this video. It truly does help out this woodworking channel and help this channel to grow. And if you haven't checked out my website, go to FlynnDoggWoodwork.com, where you can get access to all sorts of fun woodworking accessories like all the t-shirts that I wear in my videos. And I've just released some new models of shirts. And if you're addicted to hand saws like me and you'd like to check out any of the saws we take a look at today, I'll be sure to leave links in the description below so that you can go check out these saws for yourself. And finally, if you'd like to support this channel even further, check out my channel memberships, where you get early access to all my videos as well as 1 member video a week. Now let's get into that next saw. This is the Cobalt 3-in-1 keyhole saw. Let's give it a look.
I got an alcoholic buddy that's a bit overweight, and I think he might be a cross-dresser. Every time I see him, he always tells me he wants to eat, drink, and be merry.
So the first thing I noticed before I saw anything with this saw was the handle, as this has got a metal handle and it appears to be very high quality. But I think we're going to find out this saw once again has some unique features that I didn't know about. So let's get this thing out of the package so that we can take a closer look at it. Now inside that package, you're going to get that metal handle along with 2 saw blades, and the saw blades include a metal saw blade as well as a wood saw blade. This has got to be one of the most comfortable handles I've ever felt on a saw. It fits your hand perfectly, and it even has a little notch for your index finger, which is just going to give you a heck of a lot of control when you make your cuts. Now at first glance, these blades may look like any other reciprocating saw blade, but they're a little bit different, especially if we look at the butt ends of them. When we compare the butt end of a standard reciprocating saw blade to one of these keyhole saw blades, you can see they look quite a bit different. And that has everything to do with how those keyhole blades are installed into the handle. Let's start to talk about that. To install one of these keyhole blades, you're first going to take the hole that's on the center of the blade and slide it right onto the button that's on the handle. Once that button has been inserted into the hole of the blade, you'll simply rotate that blade until the notch in the blade secures into place around the little tab on the handle. And you'll hear that blade secure into place with a little click. And when you want to remove that blade, you simply depress the very base of that blade and rotate it and pull it off of the handle. Not only can you install this blade so that the teeth are on the bottom of the saw, but you can also install it so that the teeth are on the very top, giving you both an upward and downward cutting surface for the vertical position. But that's only 2 of the 4 cutting configurations you can have with this saw. Let's take a look at the horizontal cutting configuration. On the very top of the handle, you're once again going to find a small metal button. Just like before, you're going to take the hole on your keyhole blade, slide it over that button, and rotate it until it clicks into place. And you can install that blade horizontally so that the cutting teeth are either on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. And with the blade in this horizontal position, it changes the layout of where the handle is, allowing you to make easier cuts in the horizontal position. And the fact that you can cut up, down, left, and right with the handle in a comfortable position just makes this a great pickup, in my opinion, from Cobalt. Our next saw is another Cobalt saw, and a saw that I've been wanting for quite some time. Let's dive into it. This is the Cobalt 10-inch Dovetail jam saw. Let's give it a quick look.
We just tore the carpet out of our bedroom, so I rolled that stiff carpet up and smoked it. I guess you could say now I'm on hard rugs.
So I've been wanting to try my hand at some dovetails. However, dovetail saws are pretty expensive. So when I saw this one, I thought I'd give it a try. Now there's probably a lot of people screaming at me through the television saying that this saw is a piece of crap for dovetails. However, I've never done dovetails before, and I always like to start off with a cheap tool before I spring for the expensive one. And at less than $16 for this Cobalt one, I thought it was worth giving this one a shot. So let's get it out of the packaging so that we can take a closer look. So with this thing out of its packaging, one of the first things you'll notice is that the handle is a little bit offset from the blade itself. And that's because this saw is also a jam saw. With the handle offset from the blade, it just gives you a little bit more clearance so that you can make cuts in tight spots. Now let's take a look at the blade of the saw. One of the first things you'll notice is this saw does indeed come with a blade guard so that you can protect its teeth when it's not in use. And if we look at the blade itself, you can see that this is a 10-inch blade with 13 teeth per inch, and it's a little bit thicker at 3/128ths of an inch thick. Another nice feature of this saw is it does indeed have a spine, which runs down the entire length of the blade and just gives it that much more support. Now, one thing you may be concerned with this saw is the offset. What if you'd rather have that offset on the other side of the blade? Well, believe it or not, this saw actually accommodates for that. If we take a look at the spine, we can get a better idea of how this works. On the spine, you're going to find a little metal pin. By depressing this metal pin, you're going to release a mechanism which will allow the blade to rotate 180 degrees. Once that blade has been rotated 180 degrees, you can once again depress that pin and slide the blade right underneath the pin. And just like that, your blade is now locked into place, and your offset for the handle is now on the other side of the blade, which is really a pretty unique feature and something that I hadn't seen on any other handsaw, and it may come in very handy when doing things like those dovetails, which is something that I'm very unexperienced with, but something that I've always wanted to try. And this may be the perfect saw for somebody that wants to get into dovetails like me. Well, believe it or not, we're down to our 6th and final saw for all you handsaw addicts. Let's check out this last saw. This is the 6-inch Project Source Junior Hacksaw. Let's check it out.
If you ever want to quit drinking, just eat a bunch of Twizzlers. They're not alcohol, but they're licorice.
Now, I've never purchased anything from the brand Project Source, so I have no experience with this brand. In fact, when I purchased it, I actually thought it was made by Cobalt. Now, this tiny little saw does not feel like it's screaming quality. However, for the price, I think it's about what you can expect, as this saw costs less than $9. Now, this tool claims an alloy frame, but the handle is definitely made out of plastic, and that frame only goes through the handle in an I-beam shape. And really, the only reason I got this saw was because of its size, as this is a 6-inch hacksaw, and I'd never seen a hacksaw this small before. When we compare the size of this 6-inch hacksaw, you can see that its total length is about 10 inches long and about half the size of a normal size hacksaw. Now, because this hacksaw is so small, I did end up picking up a set of small blades to go with this saw. Since we have some extra blades, let's talk about how you exchange the blades with this saw, as it actually uses a tensioning system. On the very butt of the saw, you're going to find a silver tab that you can rotate until that blade becomes loose enough so that you can remove it from the saw. If we look at the blade once it's been removed from the saw, saw, you can see that that blade has pins on either side of the blade. These pins slide into both sides of the saw, and then the tension can be increased by simply rotating that silver knob on the base of the saw. And once that blade is locked in, you can hear the tension on the blade, and it's perfect for cutting through things like metal in your shop. And it's because of this saw's tiny little footprint and the ability to throw it into any toolbox, I think make it a great option to pick up at your local big box store. Well, I couldn't be more pleased with each one of these saws we took a look at today. I think each one's got some unique features that I think might be valuable for your shop. And it's especially nice to know that there's all these options available at an affordable price at your local big box store. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And before we dive into Bert's Best at the end of this video, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, and share this video. It truly does help out this woodworking channel. And if you haven't checked out my website yet, go to flynndogwoodwork.com, where you can get access to all sorts of fun woodworking accessories like all the t-shirts that I wear in my videos. And I've just released some new models of shirts. And if any of these hand saws we took a look at today interest you, I'll be sure to leave links in the description below so that you can go check them out for yourself. And finally, if you'd like to support this channel even further, check out my channel memberships, where you can get early access to all my videos as well as one member video a week. Until next time, take care as always.
All right, let's get it. So it's okay to smoke weed in the rain, but I'll tell you one thing, just don't inhale. No? Damn. Let's try this one. So my dad's answer to everything was alcohol. He didn't drink, but he sure was bad at crossword puzzles. All right, last try. So what's the #1 exported drink in the Cayman Islands? Well, it's Cayman cider. My ex said it's pretty filling.